Hi, and welcome to the Three English Experts. I'm Birgit.
I'm Dave.
And I'm Rebecca.
And welcome to this episode.
Three English Experts is your English podcast to help you speak better English and create a positive and happy mindset for your English learning journey.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to our new episode. Today, we are going to talk about newspaper headlines. Why is this an interesting subject, we think? Because it can be a bit challenging, but it's always containing new vocabulary, so there's learning in it. And I, for example, checked some newsletter headlines this morning. It takes about 5 to 10 minutes, but you learn new words every time you do it. And this is fun. And I'm passing over directly, fun for me as well, as a trained journalist in the background. I like that. And always finding different ways of saying it. Newspaper, you don't have a lot of space, so it's got to be short. So they're looking for special words very often. I'm passing over to Dave, and Dave is going to start with the first headline today.
We're going to start with one of them. Here we go, guys. Let's talk it through. So PM gives go-ahead to a new highway. What do we understand by that? What could be the key newspaper headline?
Hello, I'm here too.
Hello, Rebecca.
Hello.
So, guess what?
Rebecca.
I'm here as well. I think the first thing is this PM, which is obviously a UK thing or common in the UK. There are other places that have a PM. So PM is a Prime Minister.
Exactly, the Prime
So
Minister.
it's always the short form for Prime Minister. Then we had gives go ahead. So give is clear, go ahead. I think a lot of people probably know that. It's like the okay, yes, we can do this, to new highway. So Autobahn, I presume.
Yeah,
We're talking here. Highway, Main Street.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
So basically the Prime Minister has agreed or given his okay to building a new road in simple language.
Which would be far too long for a headline in a newspaper.
Exactly. And this is the point. That's why they do this. And one of the reasons they do this, they have these shorter words. And sometimes they have words that have a bit more impact, that sound a bit more dynamic. This is not particularly dynamic. It's just a bit shorter. No. Okay.
Yeah, go ahead be the big one. And the PM, of course, is a short form.
PM is very good.
Okay, our next one. Listen up carefully. Government backs new climate plan.
Yeah, and you see when people read that, maybe back is, so that's what is this confusing maybe? Backing up, backing up. Back up, everybody knows that. So obviously the government, all the politicians, they're backing up. They say, okay, to the new climate plan.
Yeah, they're supporting.
Oh, yeah, supporting blacks, yes.
It's a good way to remember, actually, if you think of back, your back needs support.
Yeah.
Your back support.
I'm straightening up now in
your seat. We always need in your seat, your back needs support. So it's another word for support.
That's a very good mnemonic aid.
Yes.
Oh, very good. We don't say Donkey's Bridge, do we?
No.
We can. No.
I don't see what it's got to do with the donkey. I still never understand the donkey part.
Yeah.
Why is it a donkey?
Do we know that, Birgit? Why do you say...
No, I have to look that up. No, I have to check that. Sorry, I can't come up with an explanation, but I will.
I always think hook is an easier word to remember. Mnemonic is always a bit difficult.
Yeah.
Yeah, easy is super easy.
So hook, I always think hook is
Hook is good.
Yeah, helps you catch it. Okay, next one, Dave.
School acts sparks protest.
Oh, that's
School acts sparks protest. There's a lot of S in there.
Do you know what is an axe?
Is the same as German, is it? The axe? The chopping, the thing you use to chop something.
Right.
Like you chop a tree down with an axe.
Yeah, an axe.
So the school is axed. So it's cut, it's stopped, it's closed, maybe, right?
Chopped, and chopped down like a tree. Axed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sparks protest. This word spark is quite common in newspaper headlines, isn't it?
Sparkling, I think I have.
But there's also a thing called a spark plug in a car, which helps the, oh dear, I'm getting technical here.
The engine.
Helps the engine to start. And so it sends out a spark and that ignites the petrol, I think. And then the engine starts and that's it. Anyway, so spark means produce.
trigger. I would say trigger
to set off.
Like an Auslöser. It's a trigger.
Yeah,
a spark
trigger.
is a. And it also comes from like a fire. So if there's a little spark and it then lands somewhere, it can start a fire. It can build. It triggers another effect, kind of thing.
The same with sparkling water. So there's something, some effect. So maybe it's got a connection.
Kind of
it's got a connection anyway.
So the school acts. So the axing of the school has triggered protest, you would say, right?
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah. Tricky. It's not easy, right?
No, not easy.
President vows tax cuts. Oh, the vows. Where do you have the vows, Rebecca?
The vows, yeah.
I think about 20 years ago, I made some vows, like in sickness and in health, for better, for worse, for richer, for poorer. Although my husband always says in sickness and in sickness, because I'm always ill.
Oh, thank you very much.
That's the family joke. Even my dad's like, sickness and in sickness.
That's not what he was promised to get.
No, exactly. Wants his money back.
He was promised.
No guarantee.
Okay.
No returns.
I must say, I hardly ever use this word when I speak vows.
That's it. It's a newspaper headline. So it's one of these, it's a short version of promise.
Promise, yeah. It's much
Promise would be a longer word. So vow is shorter. And as Rebecca said, it's got more oomph.
Yeah.
Oomph.
More.
Is that
oomph? Yeah, it's got more oomph. It sounds more
stronger,
a bit more dynamic. A vow sounds a bit stronger than just a promise. I don't know, but it sounds different.
Well,
promise
if you
would be too long.
vow to spend the rest of your life with someone, that is a big promise, right? Huge promise.
It is. So, and shall we spell that? VOW? Because if we pronounce it, it's not easy to vows.
It's like cow.
as cow, yeah.
Vow. It's the same as a cow. You vow. It's difficult though, because you've got like row and row. You know, there's these words that's not easy. So
absolutely,
a vow in VOW, like Big said, VOW, and it's vow, like cow. The president vows, so promises tax cuts, which is fairly.
They always, don't they?
Yeah. And they always break their vows. So this is the point. It's not that.
Oh yeah,
break
your vows. Yeah. Very good. Yeah. Next one. Thieves use ploy to rob tourists.
Oh, that's an interesting one. Ploy. They use ploy. Yeah.
Ploy. How can we can say that?
Yeah.
Something. Okay. Yeah, like a trick.
What was the German word? Yeah, Masche.
Masche. How do you talk around that? Even in English, that's a
trick. Maybe
a trick. A ploy.
Yeah. And also to rob maybe is shorter than to steal. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
From robbery, the word robbery, and to steal. Yeah, steal from tourists.
The word ploy is fairly common. You could say, "Oh, was it real?" No, it was a ploy. It was a ploy. You say that. It was a trick. It was a ploy.
I don't.
Yeah, you don't.
But yeah,
exactly. But it's a new word. You can say
employ.
We're working on it.
Did he? Oh, he invited you to dinner, and you say, "Yeah," but it was a ploy to talk about something in particular. Like it was a little like. He invited me to a nice dinner, but actually the intention was to get me to sign a contract or something. I don't know, but it's like it was a ploy.
Okay. That would be something like somebody does more often. It's like a masche is something they do like on many people, not only one person.
Yeah, okay. It can be just one person, yeah.
Yeah,
ploy.
Okay, maybe that masche, it's not the best.
And ploy is like PLOY, like play, but with an O, ploy. And boy.
Or toy.
Or toy, yeah. Ploy. Oh, this is very
we're having some great word phrases here. Okay, next one, a very useful one, the word poll. That is POLL. So city polls show tight race. So I'm guessing this is some kind of an election where they are voting for somebody to become town mayor or something. And the city, they do surveys. They ask people questionnaires. Who do you want to win, or who do you think will win? And that's the word here. A questionnaire or a survey is a poll.
Well, that's the people who come up when there's election. We have one guy, or I think it's always the same. So they pass over to that, and then they show the polls before the election, after, and
opinion polls. Yeah,
opinion poll. But tight is also a very good word. Now I see it here. City polls shows tight. I'm not sure that tight. Everybody knows tight. Tight schedule. Eng. Yeah, tight.
Knapp. Yeah.
Yeah.
Different meanings, tight. You can have a tight schedule. You can have a tight race, like it's very close. You could also say close race.
Yeah.
With their neck and neck kind of thing. Yeah.
Also a good word. Yeah. But very short. Yeah. 5 letter.
Okay. Last but not least, police probe nightclub fire. Actually, also the word fire you could use, or you often see as the word blaze, blaze. So here we could add the word blaze instead of fire, but the easier form is fire. So this probe, that a lot in newspaper headlines, don't you?
So probe would be, in this case, to investigate. And obviously investigate is a very long word. So probe is like another word for, in headline, you would say, to investigate. Nightclub fire.
Interesting here is it's a collective noun. So police, also a singular. It's not probes.
No.
It's probe. It's a collective noun.
It's a collective noun. That's a good point. Yeah.
It's always more than one.
Yeah. Okay. So there's also a little bit of grammar here. So you might have noticed when we were going through, we said PM gives go ahead, government backs, school acts. So we're using present tense, actually. I think in all of them, right? Yeah, we used present tense, city polls, police probe. And it could be something that's already happened. So PM gives go ahead. That means he's done it. It's done. But they tend not to use the past tense. They wouldn't say PM gave go ahead. It's just not necessary in a headline situation. It's just he gives or she gives go ahead to new highway. You often see this present tense.
Yeah, otherwise I think that would sound like an old news, the past tense. It's
exactly.
When we talk about new information.
Yeah.
That's why I always say very often in news, the first line of the official article might start with the present perfect tense, because it's the police have arrested or have found,
So officially you would do that. You would use present perfect, but obviously then it's longer, so they don't do that in the headline. But like Birgit said, in the actual article, that would actually be in present perfect. Yeah.
But I have got an example from today's newspaper, BBC News, actually, in Germany, which is using the future, which I thought was also interesting. So South Korea's ex-president, but that's the first sentence, to be jailed for 5 years. So South Korea's ex-president to be jailed for 5 years. I found that interesting, to be something to be done soon.
Yeah. This is often in headlines as well. They use this to be form, to be decided next week. Instead of saying will be decided or will decide, to be decided, or that is very common, that a lot.
Yeah.
And in future tense, they would say government heads to meet in February, for example, as in they are going to meet in February, but they just use this to and infinitive. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, just one more from Germany, but I realized they're longer because they were online. I don't know, maybe they were a bit longer than the ones we had, but I think this is an interesting word. C hails turnaround in China-Canada ties. Yeah, hails. The person hails the turnaround in China-Canada ties. Yeah, how can you describe and talk around hail, Rebecca?
Yeah, hail is to celebrate, is it? In this case, that they're saying he's celebrating, welcomes, would be another translation. Yeah. Hail is a very old-fashioned word.
Very old word,
Hail,
Caesar.
like hail Caesar. So it's a bit religious.
Okay.
It comes from to hail, like to celebrate something, but I never use that word. You would never say it.
But that wasn't today.
But in newspaper, it is actually very common. But you wouldn't, celebrate or
And
welcome is a long word. So let's use hail.
Yeah. HAIL. Yes. Here,
exactly.
And this is exactly why sometimes it's very confusing for particularly learners to read newspaper headlines, because you often get these old-fashioned words or words that maybe just have no real connection to the word that they mean sometimes as well. So this is it makes it very complicated. And for that, I've also will add a list of the probably 30 of the more common words that we find in newspaper headlines. We'll add that to the Padlet, and also to the show notes. So if you're interested in downloading that, we can add that there as well.
Excellent. As I said, maybe 5 minutes every week can bring you like 3 or 4 new interesting words. I need to look some up myself.
It's a good skill. I think I do that sometimes in German. I used to watch like the ticker. I used to be at the gym and I'd be watching the news in German, but often I would just be reading the ticker. And it's similar. It's the same kind of style, short form. I'd be reading it in German and it was actually quite good. Words would come up and I would think, what on earth is that? And you're not reading in depth. You're not reading big long articles. It's let's just go through the headlines and see if I can figure out what's going on. So it is useful, good to upgrade your vocabulary.
Definitely.
Yeah.
The golden nugget. Yes, talking about newspapers and newspaper headlines, our golden nugget for today is actually a website which I highly recommend to do exactly that Rebecca talked about a few minutes ago, which is to go onto this website, have a look at just trying to understand the headlines. And the website is called The Local DE. Again, it will be all in the show notes for you, but The Local DE. So obviously it's about Germany. And if you go to their website, you will see that it is German news in English. It's actually designed or aimed at people working in Germany from other countries that maybe their German is not yet up to a level where they can understand the German media, for example, and they would like to read about Germany, what's happening in Germany in English. And they're, I guess, the target audience, you would say. But I think also just to practice your English, looking at the newspaper headlines, as I said, is a great way to keep up to date with what's happening in Germany, but also train your English. And I had a quick look at today's edition of the Local DE. Obviously, every day it changes. So here, just to come back to 2 examples that we had earlier, one of the headlines was Storms Spark Travel Mayhem. So you remember that there were some storms in Germany and they spark, remember they produce, they set off, they trigger travel mayhem. So mayhem is chaos, another word for chaos. That's again, maybe a couple of new words there for you. And the other one where Rebecca said that often for the future, they use the word to and then the infinitive form of the verb. There was an article headline called Germany to allow visa-free transit for Indian travelers. So again, this to allow will mean in the future. So if you're looking for practicing these kind of things, go to thelocal.de for Germany, and there you can have a look at what is going on in Germany on the one hand, and also train your English on the other one. Go for it.
Thank you, Dave. That's very interesting. So I had a look at it. I think that's a fantastic website for learners. In our next episode, we have decided to talk about typical mistakes, part 2. There's one episode we already recorded some time ago. Head over to our website and you can find that. So maybe in preparation, that would be good to listen to it beforehand, and then we'll send out part 2. It's very popular. Obviously, that's something listeners are interested in, to get rid of typical mistakes. And yeah, thanks for listening to us today, and hopefully you'll join again. Head over to our website. We have new offers this year. Yes, and bye-bye for now.
Bye.
Bye. Bye. Thanks for listening, guys, today. As Birgit mentioned, we do have a lot of new offers. If you're interested in keeping up with the 3 English experts, we now have a newsletter. Started in January, there'll be once a month. If you head over to our website, 3englishexperts.com, you can subscribe to the podcast, but you can also subscribe to our newsletter. We'll come straight to your inbox, and the first time you sign up, you also get access to our 50 golden nuggets. It's a big PDF printout, lots and lots of information there. So head over to our website and stay in touch.